Hey, so I'll make a quick video, go over my last Epoch character. I have now pushed Forge of Corruption on day 2, and I'm quite satisfied with the character and how it's been going. So this is just a Shadow Blades Falconer. Essentially how the build works is you just press Aerial Assault, and it summons 6 Humble Blades, which 3 explode instantly, and then the other 3 stay around and eventually explode as well. And that's basically the whole concept of the build. The other 2 skills are Smoke Bomb, which is a nice defensive skill. You see a lot of glance and blows, dodge, very, very nice. And then Net. Now, Net has a few uses. Essentially, the main use is you're making enemies cannot dodge, and they also can't avoid crits. So 2 of some of the worst mods in the game, you just completely ignore with Net. So that's very, very nice. Also gives you some damage buffs as well and all that. Yeah, Net very good. You never press any other skill essentially. I have Falconer on my bars, which is right here, because if you don't have this on your bars, then your Falcon isn't out. So I have this on my bars, I never press it, just have my Falcon out. So yeah, that's the basics of the build. Just going over it really quick. I never press my right click either. Only essentially my E, W, and Q. So we can also go to the build planner here real quick. So yeah, this is essentially what I'm currently wearing. Now, this is not all best in stock gear. I still need a lot of better gear, and I will be grinding for better gear. We get a full best in slot build. I'll make a new video, more in depth probably. But yeah, essentially what I'm doing different compared to other builds is using this shield called Cradle of the Erased. Now, this shield drops from this Black Sun timeline in the monoliths if you want to farm for it. But yeah, essentially why this shield is so good, it pretty much almost block caps you with just the shield alone. Like you see in game, I'm 79% block, and the only other sources of block I'm getting from right now is 4 points here, and this bonus right here, like 9 more percent. So yeah, it's extremely strong, and it also gives you ward on block as well. So some extra added defense there as well. On top of that, you also have health gain on block or ward. Health gain on block or glance and blow. So yeah, so essentially I have dodge, glance and blows, and block on this build, which makes it fairly tanky, especially for a rogue class. You see I also have 2.8k HP with 60% endurance. So yeah, I have 79% block with 45% block effectiveness. I have 15% DR from armor, not that much. 12% dodge. This is actually more for smoke bomb down. You get more dodge. So yeah, I go to like 28% dodge. It's not that much. I do want a lot more dodge. Like I said, my gear is far from perfect. A lot of it's still pretty mediocre. Some pieces are pretty good, but yeah, some pieces are just complete, whatever. Like this chest, for example, has increased mana and health regen. Both are just dead mods, but it's just what I have right now. So yeah, ideally you do probably want around like 1k plus dodge. Yeah, and then I have roughly so the glance and blows, I guess to go over also real quick, it's just one note right here where your glance and blow chance is doubled if you have not been hit recently. I believe recently refers to 4 seconds in this game. So if you haven't been hit recently, you will have essentially capped glance and blows about 90%. And if you have been hit, well, it would go down to 45%. That's not too big of a deal because Smoke Bomb will give you a lot of glance and blow. So you can see in our Smoke Bomb, we go to 170%. And so half of that would be 85% glancing. So even without that passive, we'll still have a really high chance to, take less damage from a hit. So yeah, I just go over the basic gear real quick. So on weapon, crit multi, melee fizz, shred, it's pretty much all you need. Helm, I just have vitality, increased throw and damage, res, and crit avoidance. You need crit avoidance on one piece to go with your blessing right here. Grants all the might. So if this is 70% and you have 30% your helm, you'll be completely crit avoid cap. So right now I'm a little bit below crit avoid cap, but I'll fix that in the future. Chest is just pen, health, increased health, and that's all I need from here. Amulet is pretty good, crit multi, throw damage, health, and armor shred. You really want dodge and amulet as well. Shield is just random stats you get in this shield, by the way. So mine ended up with health, cold resist. Health is nice. Ideally, you want block chance and block effectiveness, and that is my end game goal here, where you can actually get 100% block chance in this build if you get a block chance here and then block chance on your rings. And you could also cap your glancing blows as well if you want to, and not rely on some RNG if you take this node right here. I don't think it's actually that bad. So you could be capped blocked and capped glancing blows, but you won't have dodge. So I might do this in the future. I have to play around and test, but it is an option. Belt, you really want CDR on belt and you want CDR on boots. I feel like this is really, really important, at least for now in the build. Maybe it'll be different later, but this is just both damage and clear speed. Very, very nice. And I try to get health everywhere I can as well. You know, rings, you want a negative mana cost on throw on both of these rings. This ring's really mediocre. This ring's pretty good though. Relic, just crit multi, throwing damage, and like resist if you need, stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, this gear is far from perfect. Don't copy 101. I would recommend, if you want to see more better gear, is just look at the maxroll guide, because you know, they put in the time to actually put in like the best in slot, you know, stats and gear you want for each slot. I think specifically in the biz slot as well. So yeah, I would recommend to look at this if you want to actually know what stats you want each slot. I'll do this on my own once I actually get a full gear. But yeah. Anyway, that was the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And of course, I'll be streaming on Twitch. I'll be making sure to try to fully pick out this character, and then maybe I'll switch builds. Oh yeah, one last thing for idols, you just want Fizz Pen with daggers for these, and then your last idols can just be resist and life, essentially. Yeah, that's it.